The DoD Instruction 523024 was updated at the end of January. And it is a much, much better version of the instruction that I think hadn't been updated since like 2018 or something like that. Astute listeners might notice that 2018 is way before the CMMC program was ever a thing. And if you keep looking back at previous revisions of 523024, it goes back years and years and decades, because the application of distribution statements to indicate technical information that needs to be protected has been the thing that DoD has been doing since like the 1980s. The reason why there is a category of CUI known as Controlled Technical Information, as indicated by distribution statements in this DoD instruction, is because there was a DoD instruction before the CUI program became a thing, right? The CUI program just gave a name and a single location for all of these agency authorities to be in one spot for the first time. And so if you scroll through 523024, there's this chart where they have these categories of information and then the distribution statements that apply to those categories of information. The first one is publicly releasable information, which is by definition not CUI. It is publicly releasable, right? You've probably seen these on DoD slides, DoD memos, DoD instructions. They're marked Distribution Statement A, approved for public release. That gets Distro Statement A. Distro Statements B through E, F, G, X, Y, Z are all not approved for public release within the various details of those different distribution statements. Those other forms of information, according to this instruction, in this table: controlled technical information, contractor performance evaluation information, critical technology information, export controlled information, foreign government information, operational security information, patents and inventions, very interesting CYBER information, right, which is always a big question. Is CUI and CTI and 800-171 and CMMC going to be relevant in CYBER work, sort of other transaction type of acquisitions? According to DoDI 523024, there are some situations where CYBER information will be considered not publicly releasable and therefore needs to be protected with 800-171. Vulnerability information, test and evaluation information, which is what we talked about last month around the test and evaluation results for Army combat goggles, test and evaluations for presidential helicopter program, things like that. So according to this document, it really goes into the details of different kinds of information that could have a distribution statement on it that are therefore considered to be DoD forms of CUI, that therefore trigger DFARS 7012 to be flowed to you, that therefore trigger you to implement 800-171, that eventually causes you to have to get a CMMC assessment. So definitely go read the updated version of 523024 if you have questions about CUI in a DoD specific context.